Good evening and welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by AMDH, as we get ready to bring you the varsity side of things between the Ducks and the Cyclones here this evening. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer our area teams on to victory. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone with pasta sandwiches and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. Tri-County Seeds, your Golden Harvest seed advisor, located in Scioto, rooted in genetics, agronomy, and service for over 10 years. Contact Nate Todd for all your Golden Harvest corn, soybean, and seed treatment needs. Call him at 309-333-3437. Thought I would talk a little bit about the football schedule coming up. Hard to believe we're in March and we're talking about football, but going on in the Prairie Land Black Conference, part of the conference, on a Friday. It'll be South Fulton taking on Illini West at Illini West there at Fuzz Burgess Field. Lewiston takes on Abingdon Avon, or A-Town, at Abingdon Avon High School. In the Prairie Land Blue Division, Farmington versus Knoxville at Knoxville. Rushville Industry versus Havana at Havana. And a Bushnell West Prairie, the Cyclones take on Macomb at Macomb. Did want to stop in briefly with another area team. West Hancock will be taking on Elmwood Brimfield. That will be at Elmwood coming up on Friday. Also, East Moline is at Quincy Senior High, and some other ones around the area. West Central takes on Peoria Heights at Peoria Heights. Some of the other games going on just throughout the area as going on. A lot of teams playing all over the place as we get football, we get volleyball. I know junior high girls basketball will be starting pretty soon here around the area. You are listening to TSSR Game Time Live. Of course, we are presented here by MDH, so very glad you have been alongside us here this evening. Grayson Welsh doing the camera work for us here this evening. So glad she is alongside. We'll get starting lineups in the national anthem as well. That'll be coming up in just a moment.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
At this time, please rise and gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem. Number 7, Kristen Gunter. Number 10, Reese Smith. Number 21, Margaret Pillard. Number 30, Sydney Linder. And number 35, Ellie Roach. The Ducks are coached by Erica Foster and assisted by Tina Frank. And now the starting lineup for your West Prairie Cyclones. Number 1, Leah Houston. Number 2, Maddie Calvert. Number 4, McLean Ignell. Number 8, Addie Despain. Number 11, Brooklyn Welsh. Number 12, Ellie Powell. And libero number 5, Gwen Kalki.
And that's the starting lineups here this evening for us for this match between the Havana Ducks and the Cyclones here this evening. Cyclones in the gray tops, numerals in black trimmed in white, and Gwen Kalki, the libero, in the white uniforms here. The Ducks in the maroon with gray numerals on those, the black trunks here this evening. We had a very thrilling JV match and ready to get your way with the varsity contest here. Thanks for tuning us in. Thanks for turning us on as we bring you volleyball action throughout this regular season here. 16 games on the docket. This is night number 2 here. And serving first for the Ducks is Reese Smith as we get this one underway. Serve come the back row. Calvert is underneath it, helped out there by Egnell, and then Despain hammers it across. Dug up in the back row by Friend on the outside. Actually, that is Friend bringing it over. Kalki a little trouble with it, helped by Egnell, and Despain brings it over. Picked up there by Gunter, now tapped across by Dillard. Kalki brings it up, left side for Egnell, and across, brought up there by Smith. They're going to set to the outside to Gunter, hits it a little bit long and out, and West Prairie takes a 1-0 advantage here. A thrilling but long GV match. That's what happens when you have 3 gamers. 1-0 West Prairie. McLean Egnell serves it high in the air, and now set back for Gunter. Taps it off the net, and Egnell brings it up. And now sent out for Powell. Powell will hammer it from the left side into the bleachers. The fans thankfully give it back. Well, they have to. This is high school after all. And a substitution as coming in for the Ducks will be number 16, Bailey Rollwing. She replaces Dillard. Rollwing will send it across. 1-1 tie here, game 1. Her serve, back her off to Spain. To Egnell, set in the middle. Houston hammers it down, and we've got a net violation. As Friend being unfriendly and in the net. Side out over to West Prairie. Calissa Watkins will check in. She will serve it here for West Prairie. Slap drills it on the right-hand side. Is she ready to let it loose? Wine sends, brings a low-line drive off the net. Tapped up and saved, brought through by the Rote. And back will Calvert will bring it. Stuffed up there by Rote. As she says, stay on your own side. And that's translation for all those in the audience tonight. 2-2 the tie here on the side out. Subbing in is Kristen Nall now for the Ducks. Serving is Ellie Rote. And okay, we had the coach sitting kind of in the wrong area. It's a new one to me. 2-2 tie. As serving is Ellie Roach. She'll let it go off of Kalki in the middle back row. Egnell sets it up for Calvert. Cross courts it. Topped and popped up by Smith. Sent across, and Egnell's underneath it. Kalki going to bring it left side. Addie Despain, actually right side, dribbles it off the hands of Friend and down. And I guess insert a friendly pun there. 3-2, 1-point lead for West Prairie. On the side out. Checking in is Katie Robeson, she'll replace Ellie Rote. Kalki with it, serves off Robeson, kept back to Havana side, then pushed across by Friend. Egnell plays it now, up it comes for Calvert, and hit through. They'll load it up again. That one, stuff job by Addie Despain. Gwen Kalki will bring again. It is 4-2 the lead here for West Prairie. Gwen Kalki, back row. Actually, that one taken away from Friend by Smith. They'll load it in the middle. Kalki tried the save on the hit by Lindner and brings it 4-3, the advantage here. On the side out to the Havana Ducks. Serving for them. Get that in a minute. It's Friend, brings it off of Welsh. And Egnell will help Kalki bring it over. Robeson has it in the back row. Friend. Outside, Smith taps it over, and we've got a net violation as either Despain or Welsh got caught with their hand in the net jar. 4-4, tied up in game number 1. It is best 2 out of 3 falls. Friend pops it. Kalki gets it at the floor. Egnell pops it out, and now Despain cross-courts it. Popped back row there and worked across by Friend. Havana gets it over to West Prairie. Egnell right side. Despain off of the block of Smith and a pass the hands of a Rollwing. A very appropriate duck name, I must add. Serving now, Maddie Calvert for the Cyclones. They claim a 5-4 advantage. Her serve dropped across, flipped over by Friend, and Kalki digs it up. Welsh helps it out. Despain on the run, gets it, and Friend has it for Havana. Up with it is Rollwing, and that one, Smith just trying, it was set so far outside, she was trying to bring it back, but could not, and the Cyclones lead 6-4. Cyclones lead here 6-4. Maddie Calvert with the slap dribbles again, ready. Well, actually, we're at a lineup check. Why the heck not? We had enough of those in game 1. Calvert. That one serves it into the net and makes it a 6-5 side out for Havana. Coming in for back in for them is Dillard. Dillard replaces Rollwing. Serving is Reese Smith for the Havana Ducks as she winds it and sends it. Brings it over off of Kalki. Now Egnell up to Welsh. Powers it through. Robeson brings it up. Friend helps, and Smith lobs it over. Watkins. Left side is Egnell off the blocks, and a net violation once again. The Oopsie Doodles makes it a 7-5 on the side out to West Prairie. Eddie Despain serves right side for West Prairie. The quick pop off of Robeson. Friend going to just tip it. Gwen Kalki says gotcha. West Prairie, Calvert the back set and brought across by Egnell. Robeson will set it now for Havana. Dillard bumps it off the net, and Kalki picks it up. Tipped back across by Calvert. Catching him napping. As she drops it in. 8-5, 3-point advantage for West Prairie here. And a serve off of Robeson. Friend, left side set up for Dillard. Swung on and missed. 9-5, the lead up to 4 for the Cyclones here. Trying to extricate themselves earlier than did the JV Cyclones. Despain and an illegal rotation on Havana. It is 10-5. And their coach, Erica Foster, kind of with a questioning glance. Official gives us an explanation. 10-5 lead here for West Prairie in game 1. Addie Despain ready to tow it up again. Despain on the right-hand side of the service area, sends it across, pounds it back off Robeson, high to the net. Friend punches it over. I mentioned it last night, some of those, remember that was one of those PE punch shots you send through because you really can't do much else with it. And now Kristen Gunter will come back in for Havana. She'll serve it here. 10-6 the lead for West Prairie. Gunter off of Despain up to Egnell. Egnell left side. Watkins on the load up just a little bit long. And it makes it 10-7. Another substitution coming back in is Rote. She replaces Robeson. Robeson had a really good game in the JV match. Also is now just posted on our YouTube channel. Gunter, that one mishit it. Almost pounded Dillard in the back of the head. 11-7 side out here. Ellie Powell will check back in. And Watkins will sit. Malia Houston is in. Brooklyn Welsh is out. And Brooklyn Welsh back serve. Actually, Kalki came out. Not surprised it sometimes confuses the girls, because that sure confuses me. Not that that's hard. Serve from Brooklyn Welsh. Off of Reese Smith. Friend will set her up right side. She'll cut it. And Welsh will pick it up. Bumped up by Despain. Sent over by Egnell. And Friend's got it back row right side. Brought out to the outside. Brought across there by Rote. Welsh digs it at the floor. Calvert going to bring it up. Left side. Egnell goes sideways. Smith with it to Gunter. Dillard high lollipopper to Welsh in the back row. Calvert helps it out. And Egnell will bump it over. Dillard brings it up. Friend up for Smith. She'll flip it over, and Egnell has it from West Prairie. Calvert cannot get it out of the net, however, and it makes it 11-8. Gwen Kalki in and Brooklyn Welsh out. Serve by Smith. Picked up by Calvert. Egnell will bring it for Eddie Despain. That one goes into the net and cuts the Cyclone lead to 2, 11-9. 11-9, 2-point advantage here in game number 1. Looked like West Prairie was going to run away with it early. And now coming back is Havana. Reese Smith eyes it, sends it. Off Calvert. Egnell left side for Houston. And she'll put it home. Make it 12-9. Get a quick side out back for the Cyclones. McLean Egnell serves for the Cyclones. Leading by 3 in game number 1. Her serve taken by Friend. Reese Smith, left side for Friend. Pounds it off the block of Smith with a kiss it and makes it 12-10. Rolling in, and Dillard comes out now. As Rolling will try to feather it across the net. Her serve comes over to Calvert. They set up for Houston. Back row save there, and that one goes off the backboard. That will be out of bounds. And over to West Prairie. And actually, they're going to call it a replay. So rewind it there. And we'll delete that. We'll start over again. Rolling will send it over. Right side, deep back row in the middle. Addie Despain's there. Kalki brings it up for Calvert, who will tip it over. Up under it is Lindner. Lindner will be set back up, and Despain digs it. Egnell sends it over. Dug at the floor there by Smith, and bumped across by Rote. Egnell in the middle for Houston. Puts it in and good. Malia Houston puts it in, and now Ellie Powell out. Calissa Watkins in to serve. 13-10 lead for West Prairie in game 1. Calissa Watkins. Her serve comes to the left side. Brought up by Lindner over on the outside. And we've got a net violation West Prairie as Rote tried to bring it through, and that will be a point inside out for Havana. Coming back in is Kristen Nall. She'll replace Gunter. And serving for the Ducks is Rote. 13-11, 2-point advantage here for West Prairie. Rote's serve off of Kalki and Egnell. And Egnell could not bring up the hot smash from Gwen Kalki and makes it 13-12. Havana threatening. And I'm not sure what a threatening verb from Ducks are to tie it up at 13. Served by Rote, high in the middle. Kalki's there. Egnell, left side for Despain. Hammers it off of Smith. Helped out in the back row by Rolling. Bumped over by Friend. Watkins takes it right side. Egnell for Houston. Puts it in and good. Houston, they have a problem. As she'll earn a side out for West Prairie, 14-12. The lead here for the Cyclones on the side out. Gwen Kalki will serve. Robeson's back in for Havana. Kalki lets it go left side. welcomes Robeson to the game. Smith brings it outside for Friend off the blocks, and Watkins is there. Agnell tips it over and caught him napping. As we say, killing them softly with her song. Music reference, look it up, kids. There's Google. 15-12 lead here. Serve off of Robeson, right back to West Prairie. Kalki on the run. Dagnell, right side, Addie Despain hits it into the net. A 15-13 side out back over for Havana. As Tayden Friend serves. 15-13 lead for West Prairie. Her serve picked up by Kalki, up to Agnell for Welsh. And dug up back row by Robeson. Friend helps it out to Reese Smith, left side, load up. That one off the blocks. And Watkins couldn't quite get a handle on it, so we are at 15-14. Havana back within one again, another chance to tie things up. Friend brings it off of Kalki. Up to Agnell, outside for Despain. Unloads on that one. Nice job by Addie Despain. As the Despain on the plane brought pain. And now Maddie Calvert back to serve. 16-14 lead there. Serve picked up by Smith. Friend going to bring it to the right side. Rote hits it up. Kalki digs off the blocks. And Calvert loads Despain. That one partially blocked. Robeson is there in the back court. Smith loaded up from Friend. Dug by Watkins. Back row. Calvert left side. Here comes Agnell. And we've got a net violation on the Ducks. 17-14, West Prairie leads in this game, number one. Maddie Calvert eyes it up again, brings it deep back row. Roll wing takes it. Friend on the outside, tapped through. And sent up by Calvert to Agnell, left side across. Dug in the middle by Robeson. They load up Smith, popped up. And now sent up for Calvert for Welsh. She'll hit it a little bit wide, side out, over to Havana. 17-15 here. Coming back in is Dillard, replacing Roll Wing. As Reese Smith serves now for Havana, trying to tie things up to Kalki. There for Agnell, for Despain, just a little bit too hard and out of bounds. Had the right idea, unloaded on it. Just couldn't quite keep it in there. Reese Smith, quick shoe tie. 17-16. Third time that Havana tried to tie it up. Serve picked up by Calvert across the net. Sent back across. And West Prairie plays it. Kalki bumps it over. Little kind of confusion who's going to get it. Friend up to the net. Tapped across by Null. Calvert for West Prairie. Load up on the left side. And that carried a McLean Agnell into the net. We are tied at 17. Tie. Actually, they say it was Havana in the net. So 18-16, side out West Prairie. Serve off of Dillard, helped by Smith, tipped across, but not in the recommended daily allowance of 3 hits, and 19-16 lead for the Cyclones. Despain, line drive. Dillard is there, helped up by Smith. Friend tips it deep, and Despain says, gotcha. Calvert, left side, it is Watkins off the arms of Lindner and down 20-16. We're going to take this commercial timeout. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Back here at Scioto as we continue along here. The Community News Brief, free publication distributed over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County. Call them at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com. Bushnell Banking Center, a branch of Raritan State Bank located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, a full-service bank. Call them at 309-772-2345. They say good luck Cyclones. Serve is picked up by Havana and brought through there. Kalki digs it up. Calvert, right side set up. Agnell blocked and popped out of there by Null. Hit through by Smith. And West Prairie plays it. Calvert to Welsh up front. Robeson, a one-hand save. Null brings it over, and they're going to whistle her for a lift. The Cyclones lead goes out to 5 at 21-16. Addie Despain back with it again. Despain brings a screaming line drive off Robeson. Popped high by Friend. Dillard over with it, and right side Despain is there. Calvert for West Prairie to Agnell. Dug by Friend up to the net, and Welsh just flips it back over and says, here, you have it. 22-16 West Prairie lead. Eddie Despain comes to it again, pops it through, and Robeson's right there. To Friend, deep dink to Calvert. She'll bring it back across. Friend brings it up to Robeson, and Despain is there. Calvert, left side, Watkins hits it into the net and makes it 22-17, side out for Havana. Null will check out as Gunter will come in, and also Rote comes back in. Robeson out for Havana. 22-17 the lead here for West Prairie in game number 1. Again, best 2 out of 3 falls. Gunter served off to Spain. Agnell brings it up to Welsh, and that one a little bit wide of the mark. 22-18. West Prairie seems to make a little gap, and then they'll let Havana back in. Gunter served to Kalki. Agnell tips it. Smith is there. Friend brings it back across, and Despain watches it go out of bounds. So the Cyclones get the side out. Allie Arnold will come in, and Brooklyn Welsh will go out. Calissa Watkins out. Ellie Powell in for the Cyclones. Allie Arnold back to let fly with it. Arnold with a 23-18 lead. Arnold serve picked up there by Smith. Friend outside, and they'll hit it through past a diving Addie Despain, and good. 23-19. Any substitution, Arnold will go out as Brooklyn Welsh will come back in and then rotate for Gwen Kalki. I'm telling you, sometimes these substitutions are like hieroglyphics to me, and I've studied Egyptology. 23-19 serve off of Calvert. Agnell over for Houston, rolls across the net, was touched by Havana. Calvert up with it, then bumped over by Kalki. Dillard now to Smith. She's going to set it for Dillard in the middle off the block of Houston and out of bounds. Pushed it through the wickets and makes it 23-20. Havana just will not go away in this one, as Reese Smith trying to inch them a little closer here. Smith, low line drive. Despain is there. Agnell for Powell. She brings it across, and Smith's got it. Set it to the outside. Brought over by Rote. West Prairie plays. Calvert to Agnell. Off the net, and Friend pops it high. Smith going to bring it back for her. Hits it off, and nope, they're going to say did not get across. Did not get across in the recommended daily allowance of 3 hits. 24-20 game point here for the Cyclones in game number 1. McLean Agnell. Back row. Brought up there by Lindner. Now set up for Friend. Dug by Despain. And Agnell's got it. Left side set up Calvert. High, short lollipopper. And drops in. West Prairie takes home game number 1 of the match. 25-20. We'll flip ends and play the feud again. We'll do that in just a couple moments. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance
in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. so dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
This West Prairie game stream is made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning fast and reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems in the McDonough County area. Call 309-776-3211 to check your availability. Square Music Company offers instruments, gear, lessons, service, and more. Located at 122 Northside Square in Macomb. Call the Macomb store at 309-431-5484. You can also visit the Quincy location at 725 North Hampshire Street. You can also find them online at squaremusic.com. Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking can take your product down the road near or far, and also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. This second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support local athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333. I was operating under old assumptions. I should have remembered with COVID, we do not switch ends. We still play the feud, but we don't switch ends. Cyclones will serve it first here. McLean Agnell, Eddie Despain, Gwen Calkey, Allie Arnold, Malia Houston, and Maddie Calvert on the floor for West Prairie. On the floor for Havana, it is Ellie Rote, Sydney Lindner, also Kristen Gunter, Tayden Friend. And service across by Agnell, picked up there by Lindner. And Friend's going to bring it outside for Smith. Cuts it across court. Almost a nice stop again by Terry Paul. This time, however, she did not make the kick save. That's soccer, but she'd probably play both. Agnell brings it with a 1-0 West Prairie lead. Gunter takes it. Friend back set. And that one down the block of Houston by Rote. And that was very much all she wrote. 1-1 tie here in game number 2. Served by Smith, pounded off of Despain. Agnell pops it high. Despain the back row attack and sends it long. 2-1. Havana takes their first lead of the match. 2-1 they lead. Smith off of Despain back row. Agnell up for Houston and powers it home. 2-2 tie on the side out. Coming in is Calissa Watkins. Allie Arnold will go out. Watkins back to serve. Watkins. Several slap dribbles. Sends it over high, deep. And in the back row off Lindner. Reese Smith brings it to Friend left side. Dug by Agnell. Calvert up with it. Back for Despain. Hits it into the net. And down, it is 3-2, side out for Havana. Substitution, Rolling is in as Dillard goes out for the Ducks. They lead it here by 1. Rolling. Serves it back row to Calkey. Up for Agnell, tipped over by Calvert, and about 13 people touched that. Or it seemed like anyway. Did not get across in the 3-hit limit. And we're now tied at 3 apiece. West Prairie to the serve here. Gwen Calkey, line drive. Popped up in the back row by Rolling, up to the net. And Despain. Oh, we're going to have a net violation on Havana. So it'll make it 4-3. The Cyclones take the lead. Behind Gwen Calkey, serving from the left side of the service area. Her serve picked up by Gunter on the run. Smith pops it up, but Lindner not able to do much with it. 5-3, Cyclones by 2. Good effort, but couldn't quite control it. As Gwen Calkey sets it up again. Calkey with a few slap dribbles at it. Powers it through, picked up by Gunter back row. Smith set in the middle for Friend, pounds it over, and Watkins digs it up. Calvert left side set up from Agnell. Gunter is there. Smith now will bring it to Lindner, and she's dug by Watkins, hit over the bench, and Caleb Hall didn't make the play on that either. 5-4, side out for Havana. And a substitution now coming in for Havana is number 5 at Taryn Wickman. Of course, off the JV squad. Serving is Ellie Rote. 5-4, 1 point lead here. Rote deep back row right side. Calvert's there. Agnell to Welsh. And Rote digs it up off the ceiling. Friend brings it out. Lindner sends it over. And Kelke digs it on the fly. Watkins up to Calvert and rolls it over the blocks and good. 6-4. Cyclones take a 2-point advantage on the side out. And now Rote will come out as Robeson will come in. Maddie Calvert back here to serve. 6-4 lead for the Cyclones. Calvert, and it's right back over to Kelke. Calvert back sets it for Eddie Despain. Sends that one a little long. 6-5. Cuts the lead down to 1. Tayden Friend serves here for West Prairie. Her serve to Despain. Up to Agnell, now to Welsh off the tape. And brought up in the back row. They'll work it up to Smith and a setter just a little bit too close to the net. Smith couldn't get it out of there. 7-5, side out West Prairie. Eddie Despain comes back here for West Prairie. A 2-point lead for the Cyclones. Despain served just over the net and Robeson brings it back. Calvert takes it at the line. Agnell over for Watkins left side. A lobber back row. Friend to Lindner into the net, and the Cyclones take a 3-point lead. I believe the first 3-point lead they've had here. 3-point advantage. Eddie Despain coming to it again. Off of roll wing, up to Friend. Friend in the middle. Wickman, the line drive. Despain is there. To Calvert, and Calvert crossed the midline, just had so much momentum. And going across, so 8-6, side out to Havana. Dillard is in, roll wing is out, as serving is Lindner. Two-point lead, Lindner's serve to Kelke, left side. Agnell sends it across, Friend sets it up to Wickman, and Kelke with a save. Calvert up with it. Brought across by Agnell. Friend saves for Havana. They'll set it right side. Wickman blocked by Welsh. And set up, tipped across by Friend over to Calvert. Back row right side. Friend is there to Smith. Sends it to the other side to Wickman. Across to Watkins. Calvert set for Watkins left side. That one a little bit. Oh, actually they're going to say touched at the net. And so it will bring it back to West Prairie. Ellie Powell will come in. Brooklyn Welsh will go out. And now Allie Arnold in and Watkins out for the Cyclones. 9-6, they lead here by 3. Won game 1 as well. As Ellie Powell slaps it and sends it just over the net and picked up by Lindner. Over to Dillard, she'll bring down the line to Spain. To Calvert, high in the air, bumped over by Agnell. Deep back row, Lindner's got it at the back in the middle. Friend sets it up for Dillard. She'll hit it out of bounds, and the Cyclones extend the lead just a little bit to a 10-6 advantage. Powell. That one a little bit too low and into the net. Side out for Havana. And Ellie Powell will come out. Brooklyn Welsh will come in. And Gunter now with it, serves it, high, short one. Gwen Kelke cannot get underneath it, and it makes it 10-7. 10-7 lead here for West Prairie. Gunter across with it off of Despain. And now Agnell brings it to Houston, mishit it, and makes it 10-8. Actually 10-9, I thought we missed a point in there somewhere, so it is 10-9. 1 point lead West Prairie. Gunter serves it, and Kelke can't get there. We are tied up at 10 apiece. Tied up here, 10 apiece between the two teams here, the Havana Ducks and the Cyclones of West Prairie. Gunter's serve, low line drive. Despain has it. Agnell flips it through, and Friend brings it out of the net. Gonna say net violation on Friend, and West Prairie takes the lead at 11-10. McLean Agnell serving now here for West Prairie. Gives a couple bounce to it. pounds it, and picked up there by Gunter, saved by Friend, but she cuts across the midline and makes it 12-10. I guess the offsides penalty, if you wanted to look at it that way. 5-yard penalty and repeat first down. 12-10. 2-point lead for West Prairie. Agnell again, this time to Lindner. Friend in the middle, brings it outside for Smith. Kalki up with it, and a collision. Arnold was going to bring it up, as was Agnell. The communication error will make it a 12-11 side out for Havana. Serving is Smith, back row off of Despain. They bring it up to Houston, and Malia Houston. Yes, indeed, Houston, we have a problem, or caused a problem. 13-11, side out for West Prairie. Allie Arnold will go out as Calissa Watkins now back to serve. And she'll roll. Reese Smith had to go chase the ball. Calissa Watkins to the serve. Wines gives it a send, and on the left side, taken by Friend. Smith back sets it for Dillard, who pokes it in and good. And they're going to whistle a net violation there, 14-11. 3-point advantage here for the Cyclones, trying to extend their lead again. Watkins across with it, back row. Off of Lindner, Reese Smith out on the outside to Friend, popped up, and Watkins takes it. Agnell over for Despain off the blocks. High in the air, right there is Rote. They'll set it up for Friend. She hits off the blocks and over the hands of Agnell and down. Side out back to Havana. Kind of like how the JV game went. Not a lot of separation for the teams. Roll wing in, Dillard out for Havana. Roll wing. Sets herself. Few dribbles, puts it on the way, comes over on the right side to Calvert. Agnell up for Houston. Had the right idea, but sent it a little bit wide, and it's down to 1, 14-13. 14-13, 1-point lead here now for West Prairie. Roll wing to Despain. And they're worked over by Calvert. Reese Smith up for roll wing. She'll pop it up. Lindner tips it in. Nice thought. Dropped it in, and Agnell could not get to it. We are tied at 14. We will talk things over. Timeout on the floor. 14-14 tie-in game 2 right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, you know, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
Back to action here, 14-14 tie. Roll wing will try to put the Ducks into the advantage. And again, I really can't think of a threatening Duck verb. I'll work on that. Roll wing brings it to Despain. And Agnell brings it up to Houston. Dug by Reese Smith. Hit by Friend. She had the right thought. The quick attack, but hit it into the net. Cyclones get the side out. Make it 15-14. Brooklyn Welsh back in. Malia Houston goes out. And now Gwen Kalki will serve it. Off of Gunter to the official. And Reese Smith, no, that was not intentional. I guess maybe straightened him out a little bit, 16-14. 2-point lead for West Prairie. 4 or 5 has been their largest. Kalki again, low line drive. Roll wing to Smith, outside for Lindner, partially blocked. Kalki brings it up. Agnell set out for Despain. That one dug by Smith in the right. Hit by Friend across. Kalki's there. Agnell sends it over. Lindner tried to take it, but couldn't handle it. And the lead out to 3, 17-14 here for West Prairie. Kalki comes back with it, lets it go, And that one off roll wing. Smith brought it back. Friend brings it over, and Kalki takes it for West Prairie. Egnell, Brooklyn Welsh blocked, and Friend brings it back. Egnell over for Calvert. She'll tip. Popped up, and Despain drops it across the spike. Drops in for an 18-14 Cyclone lead. Gwen Kalki trying to expand it back out to 5. Her serve, right side. Roll wings got it. Smith. Left side for Lindner. Back row. And Egnell started to rotate forward. Watkins couldn't get there behind her. 18-15, side out for Havana. Wickman in, Gunter out. And serving is Ellie Rote. Rote trying to inch Havana back closer. One gets ahead. I often call it an inchworm game. As a serve out of bounds. 19-15, side out West Prairie. Robeson is in, Rote out for Havana. And now Maddie Calvert serves here. 19-15, the Cyclones lead, trying to expand it and take this one home in 2. Her serve back row. Smith outside for Wickman down the line. Too long and out of bounds, and it's 20-15. Timeout called by Havana, and we will step aside there as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
We are back here as I want to thank more of our sponsors. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell has been servicing the local community's needs for a personal and business bank. 484 Main Street in Bushnell, the drive-up facility on Cole Street as well. F&M's member FDIC and equal housing lender. Calvert brings the serve off of Robeson, helped out by Smith. Over right side, Friend cannot get it. Yeah, it makes it 21-15. Calvert trying to put the finishing drive on. That one comes off Robeson. Smith on the run, chases it down. Now to Lindner, tips it over, and in the midst of a storm system. That's the best thing I can think for a group of Cyclones. It's 21-16. 21-16 lead. Coming with it now is Tayden Friend. Her serve off of Calvert. High up there for Egnell. Now to Welsh. Off the blocks with a and puts it in. The kiss makes it 22-16. Cyclones 3 away from taking it home in 2. Addie Despain had a nice spin to it, and the curve ball went out of bounds. 22-17. Side out back to Havana. Diller in and rolling out as Lindner readies with it. Lindner on the right side of the service area. 22-17. West Prairie lead. Her serve taken by Kalki left side. Egnell brings it from the middle to Watkins left, and a little bit long. A little bit outside. 22-18, the lead down to 4. Lindner, this time off Calvert. Egnell for Welsh, off the blocks. Friend brings it up. Dillard gets it out of the net, and Lindner tips it. Egnell to Calvert. Left side set up. Watkins swings on and misses, and the lead down to 3. Again, the inchworm game. One gets out, and here comes the other as Havana tries to get themselves back in. 22-19, Lindner serves. Calvert up to the net. Dillard says have it back. They recover. Dillard, they bring it across, and now played by Havana. Wickman past Kalki and good. It's 22-20. Terry Paul and crew will talk it over. So will we. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, you know, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
Don't let the varmints and creepy crawlies get the best of you. Contact Beck Pest Control in Colchester. Beck Pest Control can let you sleep easy when the lights are out, knowing you have no invited guests running around. Contact them at 309-313-5521. Served by Linner, off to Spain. Agnell flips it across, but flips it out. And it is all the way down to 1. 22-21. Ducks trying to force 3. Lindner to Kalki. Agnell up for Welsh. Back corner, out of bounds. We are tied. Down by as many as 6. Havana has worked their way back into a tie and will try to forge their way into the lead. Lindner serve to Calvert. To Agnell, set up for Despain. She brings it off the blocks and Lindner's up with it. Friend, left side, tipped by Smith. And Addie Despain with it, up for Brooklyn Welsh, drops it down off Robeson and good. And the Cyclones make it 23-22. Houston in and Kalki out. And now Ellie Powell will replace Brooklyn Welsh. Allie Arnold will replace Calissa Watkins. Ellie Powell back to serve for West Prairie. 23-22 advantage. Powell pounds the ball across. Lindner is there. And now Friend brings it up for Dillard just across the net. Calvert now set up for Houston. Down and good. Game and match point. Timeout called by Havana. Will step aside as well. You're, of course, listening and watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. The Princess Shop is your local one-stop home for women's apparel, accessories, and shoes. Stop in Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. or Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 1520 East Jackson in Macomb. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and of course pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. United Community Bank Services, designed to keep you in the game when you are on the go. See them in Bushnell, Colchester, or their 2 locations in Macomb. They are member FDIC. Ellie Powell the serve, game point here, and match point. Off Wickman, Dillard in the middle to Smith, tips it over. Powell is there for West Prairie. Calvert, left side, Agnell, and Lindner brings it up for Havana. Set to the left side, it is Smith, blocked by Houston, and put up by Friend. Wickman's gonna bump it into the net, and that is a game winner. Cyclones take this one home in 2 as they win the second game 25-22. We'll take this commercial timeout and we'll be back to wrap things up. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
And we are back here as both games in the books, and West Prairie in 3 in the JV take the varsity contest in 2. And with that, we'll wrap it up for us for the week. Tune in to Bushnell West Prairie football coming up on a Friday night. Dwayne Hewlett and crew will have the call of that one. We'll be back in your ears a week from Saturday, as we'll have the Southeastern Lady Suns coming here to Scioto. As we always say, thanks for tuning us in. Thanks